Hi everyone. I've lost count, so I won't say what number video this is. My name is Erica Horwitz. I am a psychologist in private practice in the Vancouver area in Canada. I'm very happy to be offering a little bit of support through this time when so many are being so affected by this situation with COVID-19. So I'll do this meditation and then I will do another recording with some tip to support managing stress. So if we can again just sit up straight and we'll start again with being aware of the body and the posture. And doing some belly breaths, bringing slow, deep in breath into the belly and diaphragm. Holding the breath for a second or two, and then slowly breathing out, releasing the muscles and tension. And again, breathing in slowly into the belly and diaphragm, holding the breath for a couple of seconds, and then breathing out slowly. And one last time, breathing in deeply, slowly, into the belly and diaphragm, feeling feeling the belly as it rises, holding the breath for a couple of seconds, and then slowly breathing out, releasing into gravity. And I want you to imagine a mountain, a tall, beautiful mountain. This may be a mountain you have seen, or it can be a mountain you can create in your mind's eye. And this mountain sits on the earth. It has the bottom that is connected to the ground, and then the peak at the very top. This has vegetation and trees and flowers and different creatures on its surface. Now I want you to imagine that you are this mountain, so that the top of your head is the peak of the mountain, and at your feet is the bottom of the mountain. And this mountain is steady. As, for example, winter comes to it, and there is short days where it gets dark at 4 or 5 in the evening. Temperatures are low. In the mornings, there is frost on its surface. Sometimes there are snowstorms or windstorms. And some of the trees or vegetation sway strongly. Sometimes leaves or branches from the trees fly from one part of the mountain to another. There's very few active living creatures on the surface of the mountain because it's winter. Bears are hibernating somewhere. Very few species are on its surface. So it is quite quiet on the surface of the mountain. Snow accumulates on its peak and sides. And as all this is happening on its surface, the mountain remains steady and still. And then as winter passes, they slowly begin to become longer and temperatures begin to be higher. Some flowers begin to emerge from the ground. Sometimes during spring, there's a lot of rain that happens, making the surface of the mountain quite wet. And as the snow melts with higher temperatures, there is waterfalls and creeks coming down from the mountain. As spring develops, there are some birds that return after having flown south for the winter. And the mountain remains steady. As temperatures become warmer and spring gives way to summer, there's more and more activity on the surface of the mountain. Bears that were hibernating are out and about. Deer are roaming the surface of the mountain. Leaves are now filling all the trees that had lost their leaves in the winter and fall. And there's more human activity as well. People coming for walks, picnics, hiking. Some people bring their dogs. Some of these dogs do their duties on the surface of the mountain. And the mountain remains steady with all this activity on its surface. It allows it to be. And as summer passes, temperatures are hot, days are very long. There's light from 4 or 5 in the morning all the way till 10 at night. Sometimes a thunderstorm can light up a tree and create a fire on the surface of the mountain. The mountain remains steady. And as summer continues, many people visit this mountain. Some leave garbage behind. Some don't. And the mountain remains as it is, steady. And as summer continues, it begins to transform into fall, where the leaves on the different trees turn into all shades of orange and brown and yellow. At a distance, the mountain is so beautiful with all those colors. And fewer people visit, but there are still some people that find their way to the mountain to hike it or for a picnic. Some of the animals begin to prepare for the winter months by finding lots of food, fattening up for the winter hibernation. And many of the birds that have spent their spring and summer on the mountain begin to find their way south as fall develops and the temperatures begin to drop, days become shorter, nighttime hits earlier, and little by little these multicolored leaves on the mountain fall off those trees, covering the surface of the mountain with all these colored leaves. And so the mountain begins to be more quiet. Fewer people visit. And perhaps some rainfalls, rainstorms, windstorms begin to hit that surface of the mountain. And the mountain remains steady as all this is happening on its surface. And little by little, temperatures become colder. There is frost on the surface of the mountain. And perhaps the first snowfall of the year descends on the surface of the mountain. And the mountain remains steady. It allows what is going to happen. And little by little, the mountain finds itself back in winter again. Taking a deep breath, exhaling slowly, opening your eyes when you're ready. So this is the mountain meditation that teaches us about equanimity, about cultivating a certain steadiness in ourselves as our life is happening. By being able to be that observer of our experience without our experience pulling us like a roaring river and blinding us through the experience, the stress, the emotion. So this is a practice that visualizes remaining steady and grounded as we experience life's ups and downs. So I hope you found it helpful. Again, thank you. If you have an opportunity to donate to the food bank, I know they're really needing support, please do so. And share these widely with everybody that might benefit from them. Thank you, and I'll see you in a minute in the next video.